Alrighty then. Have you ever played World of Warcraft? No. A few of my friends have. They use obscure terminology that I don't know about from World of Warcraft in their everyday life. It's very nerdy. I don't know. Have you ever played the Guitar Hero games? If yes, what do you think of them? I've never played the Guitar Hero games. A lot of my friends do. I never have. What's your real name? My real name is Antonio. I'm not going to tell you my last name because then you might use it to trace me. And I don't know what you do to me because not that I don't trust you, it's just that when you ask me if I'm a virgin or not, that comes across as kind of creepy. Are you gonna LP another Medal of Honor game? I'd really like to let's play one of the expansion packs this year. Probably a Breakthrough or Spearhead. Probably Spearhead actually, because that was the first one to come out, I think. Yeah, Spearhead. If I had a capture card, I would do Frontline, but I don't. And after Spearhead, I'll do Breakthrough. I don't know when that'll be. And then I'll just try to see if I can do Pacific Assault. I don't know if I could run Airborne on this computer, to be honest, because that game came out in 2007, I think. And I can't run Bioshock on this computer effectively, and I don't know if Airborne's graphics are more or less intense than Bioshock. So I'll have to see about that when I get there. Do you ever LP the... Will you ever LP the Resident Evil trilogy? That is Resident Evil Director's Cut, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3 on PlayStation 1. I'd like to. Resident Evil 2 would probably be the game that I'd let's play first out of all of those, just because I've actually played it and beaten it quite a few times. Are you really 32 years old? People have asked me this question 3 or 4 times already. No, I am not 32 years old. You see, when I created this account, when was it? 2007, 2008? I don't remember. But when I created this account, I didn't think I would be using it to make videos. I didn't. So I just inputted random information for a lot of the crap. My username is random. I just came up with it out of the blue. I don't know what it means. It doesn't mean anything. But it's there. I just came up with it. My age, as long as it was over 18, I picked it. I could have been 68. I could have been 42. I don't know. I just picked random number for my age as long as it was over 18. And 32 was the number. I'm not really 32 years old. Do I sound 32? I hope I don't. People always tell me they think I look 16 or 17. I look really young, which is strange. I always get carded whenever I'm buying an M-rated video game or an R-rated movie. I find that funny. AVP PS3. I have no idea what that means. Alien vs. Predator PlayStation 3? I don't know. Will you ever show your face? Maybe. Maybe. I do have a webcam built into this computer, so I could show you my face right now if I wanted to, but I don't really like the webcam. It comes across as a little grainy and stuff. I'd rather have the video. If I did show my face, it'd be a bit higher quality. I do have a few videos that show me at college courses doing some college work. Some older videos I saved just for the sake of archive. Maybe one day I'll upload those just so you'll see me being embarrassed doing a speech about sexual education. Will you ever do Dino Crisis 2 Let's Play, or buy it at least? You don't buy ISOs, you just download them, but will you ever do Dino Crisis 2? Maybe. It's such a completely different game from Dino Crisis 1, though. I don't really know if I'd feel comfortable playing it. It'll eventually be included in a voting video, I imagine, so see how that turns out. I'm not completely against the prospect, though. It's a possibility, but it's not very high on my priority list right now. Could you please do a video showing how you do the LPs on the PlayStation, like from buying the emulator program to the point where the video is ready to post? You don't buy the emulator program, you download it. You don't buy emulators. You can only download them. But, that might be a good idea if I knew more about what I was doing. You see, I'm still kind of a noob at this. Would I do that? I'd have to get Cam Studio working. Maybe it'd be a decent idea. I could show you how to hook up EPSXC when I do that. Maybe. That might be a decent idea to try it out. Whenever I'm doing another PlayStation game Let's Play, I could show you how to do that. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, actually. I'll give it a go when I get around to doing that. Also, what are your ideas for what you want to major in? A few here and there. I'm really interested in history in general. I don't really know what to major in terms of history, but history is always been a specialty of mine. Acting. I'm very interested in acting. Currently, I'm taking Acting 1. I plan on taking Acting 2 next semester. I read a lot of plays. I'm currently studying up on a monologue to deliver in class. It's from the David Mamet play Oleana. Or Oleana, actually, Oleana. And, yeah, acting is something that I've just really gotten into over the past year and a half. What else? That's really about it right now that I've got on my mind. A few other things might show up every now and again, though. Did you ever cheat in order to finish a video game? I have done this 3 times. All of them on the GameCube, mind you. First game I did it with was Medal of Honor Frontline, because I could never beat the mission Under the Radar. I just never could beat it. Those of you who played that game, you know how hard that mission is. Never beat it. So, I had to input a cheat code in order to get the bullet shield so that I could beat the level. And even then, it's still really hard to beat that level, because the bullet shield isn't invincibility. It just protects you from bullets, which is fine, because it works most of the time, but it doesn't protect you against melee attacks, or grenades, or bazookas. And guess what this level is full of? Melee attack, grenades, and a bunch of bazookas. So, wonderful, wonderful level full of frustration. The other 2 games are Star Wars games. Star Wars Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast. There was one level on it I got stuck at, just couldn't beat it, so I entered the level select code and just skipped it. And there was Star Wars The Clone Wars, which is this movie tie-in game that came out shortly after Episode 2 did. It tells the story of some sort of expanded universe super weapon that the Sith were trying to use. The final boss, I managed to get through the entire game without cheating, except the final boss. The final boss is the Dark Reaper, who is this sort of soul-sucking machine that's going to destroy the universe. I don't know. And it's really hard. I could never beat it. After 30 tries, I still couldn't beat it. So I just entered a cheat code for invincibility and infinite ammo and killed it. I still beat the game, so, you know. If that's what it takes, I'll cheat to win a game. And of course, it depends on what your definition of cheating is. If your definition of cheating is looking at game FAQs because you're stuck on the game and really need some help, then I've done that quite a bit. But, you know, that's just what you gotta do. Whoa, I didn't know you lived in Fort Worth. Never really looked at the location of people. My GF lives in Azle. It's tongue face. That's nice. Did you ever play some game online? I don't play console or computer games online all that much. The only MMORPG I've ever played is this sort of text-based game called Urban Dead, which is a zombie survival kind of game where you can play as a human or a zombie. I played that for about 7 months, and I had 4 different characters on it. My stupid and totally stereotype-based question will be, are you fat? And do you know a lot of fat people? P.S. This is just for laughs. Don't get angry for my totally stupid question. I'm not fat. I'm actually very healthy in terms of body weight. I'm not buff or anything. I'm not very strong physically, but I'm actually quite thin. That didn't used to be the case, however. Around 3 or 4 years ago, I was actually pretty damn fat. I was a blimp in 2006. I weighed around 200 pounds. I was self-loathing, self-hating, isolated from everybody else, just generally depressed, angsty, and holed up in my room all day playing video games and stuffing my face. Then I met a man, and he completely changed my life, and here I am today, an utterly different person than what I used to be. Do you use any type of emulator? I use EPSXE, ZSNES, Visual Boy Advance, Project 64, and I don't remember what my NES emulator is called, but I use an NES emulator, and DOSBox. DOSBox is cool. Which country are you from? I am from the United States of America. I have lived here all my life. Not to be creepy, but do you have a girlfriend? Just wondering. Well, of course I don't have a girlfriend. I'm gay. I got a question. How many of the Silent Hill games have you played? I've played Silent Hill 1, obviously. Silent Hill 2, probably the best horror game I've ever played, and one of my favorite games of all time. And Silent Hill 4. Did I say Silent Hill 2 or Silent Hill 4 last time? I've played Silent Hill 1, 2, and 4. I have Silent Hill 3. I just haven't gotten around to playing it yet, and same thing with Shattered Memories. I'm looking for a copy of Origins right now, but it's not very high on my priority list, because Origins wasn't an excellent game in any regard, from what I've heard. And if I ever get a PS3, I should say when I get a PS3, because I'm obviously going to get one eventually, I'll probably buy Homecoming just to have it, but I don't really have a high hope for it or anything like that. Well, looking it over, I believe that answers everybody's questions for now, but the fun is just beginning, comrades. You see, I like this little feature so much that I've decided to have it become a semi-regular occurrence on my channel. As long as you keep asking me questions, I'll keep answering them. When I have enough questions to make another series of videos, I'll make sure to put them up and answer them all. And for those of you, well, the one of you who asked me how Shattered Memories was, I'll make sure to tell you as soon as I know, because I'm awfully curious about it myself. Looking forward to playing it, but there's so much stuff I've got to do beforehand. So, thank y'all for listening to me go on and on and on about stuff you couldn't care less about just so that you could hear the question that you asked. And I'll see y'all later.